Hello, friends. Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to share some very important information with you. Recently, I was watching a program on the TV about this young on the main news channel. There's a young uh, a middle-aged family from guy from he came with to the UK from Pakistan with his family on a work permit. He spent around 30 to 40,000 pounds of his life saving. And what happened when he came here? So if you are interested, and if you are traveling abroad, or if you know somebody who's traveling abroad, and you know what is going on with these scams at the moment, I will share some information with you. So I hope that this will give you some more knowledge and empowerment, that people or your friends, family, or yourself do not become victim of this. This has become very prevalent now, and it's such a shame. So let's discuss this. So friends, I'm based in the UK, and I make life travel, and just different kind of videos on content on my channel. I've been to more than 30 plus countries now, and I've been in the UK for 20 plus years as well. So so, so the reason I wanted to bring this very important information to you was because there's a lot of scams happening nowadays, and it's such a shame, because I saw the interview of this you know Pakistani guy. He came with his family. He was working in Pakistan. He was promised a visa, work permit, and when he came here, he found out that there was no job. And basically it was it was a fraud. And and the poor guy was literally crying and appealing that he can't go back to Pakistan, because he's obviously spent so much of money, and he's taken loans, etc. And he's with his young kids here, and obviously he's qualified and he's got the experience. But then when he came over here, he was the agency said that we will give you the job, but there was no job, and they told him later on, go and find a job yourself. But the problem is, you have to, once I think your visa is issued with another agency, then how do you transfer? So there was a lot of problems. So let me share the articles with you first, because all the major newspapers have covered this. So I'm not making this up. So let's have a look at the articles first, and then we will continue having this conversation. So there you go, my friends. There you go. Illegal visa network making millions, fleecing students. So not only care workers, but even students are getting fleeced by the scamsters. So this is the BBC article. I'll put all the links in the description box. So basically, a global network has fleeced students out of tens of thousands of pounds for worthless visa documents. So obviously, in if people from developing nation, they want to come here for higher education or student or better life, and they're going through these agents, or these so-called these employment agencies, or companies. And look at this: the students were paying 17,000 pounds each for sponsorship certificates that would have been free. So these agencies are charging these students 17,000. These are guys are, I know, because I also come from India, so I know that it's a lot of money for a lot of people, and they take loans, or they sell their assets, just to get the visa. And look at this, what they're doing. It was absolutely fraud. And look at the amount: 17,000 pounds per person. So imagine. Now go look, reading forward, this guy Temur Raza, he sold 150 documents, visa documents, which were worthless, and worth total 1.2 million pounds. I mean, this is unbelievable. I mean, this is obviously very lucrative business. I mean, this is out and outright fraud. They are basically making fool of innocent people, and charging them fees which they're not supposed to. So Mr. Raza rented office and hired staff in West Midlands. West Midlands is in, like, middle of England, center of England, county. and promised dozens of students work in care homes and employment sponsorship. We've been told he began selling legitimate documents that a handful, um, uh, yeah, a handful of students obtained visas and genuine jobs, but many more lost their entire savings on the worthless paperwork. So, friends, this guy was basically giving them absolutely bogus documents. The documents had no value, he was just making it up. And he was charging nearly 17,000. Well, this is, and when the people come here, they obviously are trapped because there's no job, they've spent all the money, they don't know, most of the time they don't know many people. And how, and if I do return, all my family savings are wasted. So these guys work very hard, they save the money, and when they give these fraudsters, they just basically, there are no jobs, and all money gone. And this is again, look, Nadia, 21, from India, arrived in the UK on study visa to complete BA in computer science. So after a year, she decided to look for a job instead of paying tuition fee of £22,000 a year, my friend. This is not cheap. So a friend gave her the number for an agent who told Nadia who he could provide the correct documents need for the care work. So she was studying here. She obviously wanted to work in the care homes, looking after the elderly and the sick. So, so she said, well, we'll give you the documents and you can go and work. And he told me he won't charge a lot of money because you look like my sister. I mean, this is the kind of techniques they are using. I mean, this girl paid £8,000, documents, waited for 6 months, and and then said, oh, uh, because they, and she called the care home saying, look, I've got the documents, can I start working here, and can you sponsor my visa? Because when you're on student visa, you cannot go full-time work. And this was, they said, we don't have any job. The agent blocked Nadia's call. She was advised to go to the police, but she told the BBC she was too scared. Obviously, these people are very powerful. They got so much of money, and they obviously probably have contacts. But this is like she's saying, like, his father-in-law obviously sponsored her. The family sponsored her, and so this is what's going on, my friend. 86 students lost thousands. This guy Temur Raza, again, Pakistani national. So this is what's going on, my friends. I will leave the link to 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 this you know this document. I mean, this is what's going on. So please be careful when you are, don't trust the people so easily. I mean, this is a Gurdwara Sikh Advice Center set up to help people during pandemic. uh, it's a long article basically, and people do help out. But look at this. I mean, this is complete fraud, and they are basically, just cheating people, innocent people who want to come and work here, and they're making false promises. I mean, this is going every year next level, the fraud. So this is another one. This is a Guardian. Guardian is a very, very prestigious, again, one of the best, they are very prestigious newspaper, national newspaper. And look at this: pretty dodgy alarm over suspect care agencies. Again, the care agencies again. And this is what's happening. They're promising that they're promising them the heaven. They're giving them the documents, they're taking the money up front, and there's no job, and the documents are bogus. So this is what's going on, my friends. Don't trust them. And the government also, now this is the most important thing, that this is the government website. So I will put this link in the description box again. So this is the government, the gov.uk, and the government is telling you the how do you should guidance on fraud, tricks, and scams. And this is all about how different scams. How, what is their modus operandi? How do they operate? How do they, they always try to build confidence with you. They will introduce you to people. Oh, look at him, I got him visa, look, I got him job. And the other guy will say, yeah, yeah, yeah. There might be one or two genuine people they have helped, but most of them are their own people. They're trying to win your confidence. Imagine 17,000 pounds, 8,000 pounds, 10,000. That's a lot of money. And then the websites are also fraud. So what they do is basically they create fake websites. So this is the whole, somebody will pretend like a home office, they work for the home office. I mean, this is ridiculous. Fake government websites. They even you make fake government websites, fake email addresses. So how to protect yourself? So friends, this is the one you should read. And be suspicious always. Do not trust anyone just like that. This is like be suspicious. And please read this article. And there is a, if you are in UK, and if you report any suspicion of fraud, please do report, because they do take action. There's a National Fraud Intelligence Bureau as well. The reports will be passed to them. Please, you can go on their website, and you can say I'm a victim, and you're reporting. Even if you are from abroad, I think you should be able to report a fraud if the fraudster is in UK. So my friends, it's your hard-earned money, your parents hard-earned money, that you take loans, and you sell your assets, and you come with dreams, that you'll have a good life, and you can support your family. But this is what is happening. There are scamsters, unfortunately, and it's just becoming more and more. I don't know what the solution is, but the solution could be that, become aware, become knowledgeable. Nowadays there is Google, there is YouTube. Please, do your research before you give anyone any money. And I don't think you should give anyone any money anyway, because the government pays the agencies. They cannot charge you, 11,000 pounds, 17,000, 8,000 pounds. No, because government has already paid them. If anyone is asking you money, he's a fraudster. So please, that kind of money, don't do it. Don't become desperate. The problem is that people are becoming desperate. Oh, I want to go abroad, and they become desperate. So please don't do that. I know there are same happening in Europe also. Different places, they are promising you jobs there where there are no jobs. Because once they take your money, they put their hands up. They say, oh, we don't know it. So for example, somebody takes money from you in India or Pakistan, and then when you come over here, there are no jobs. They just put their hands up in Pakistan. We don't know. Or India, they say, we don't know. We showed you all the paperwork. So they will pass the buck very, very quickly. So my friends, be careful. This is the age of information technology, and information is freely available. Is plenty of out there. I'm giving you reality from the ground. This is, I live here. This is all real. This is nothing. I just don't want anyone to get scammed. And it's not a nice feeling that when people just, it's not a nice feeling. So it is, if you can say, a bit of my service, a little bit more, I would consider this as my service to all my YouTube family, or anyone who's looking at this, who's coming abroad. Please make sure that you are not giving money away just like that. Please do your research. There's so much fraud going on at the moment. And as I said, there is a website, the government website, UK, most European